Good morning, and today on Capital City News, North Korea had a nuclear accident, but statistics show that over 90% of the world doesn't really care. Well, I just received news that a zombie apocalypse is broken out in a hospital in Las Vegas. Well, I'm going to turn this over to Zach, who's down in the hospital in Las Vegas, and he'll take it from there. As you can see, this hospital has become a dead zone. The zombie outbreak started at about 12 o'clock last night. They say it was a disease outbreak and that they tried to cure someone of cancer, and apparently it clearly went wrong. Please, I am urging all of you, stay inside and just wait for the inevitable death. So today's weather: rotten flesh with a chance of brains. The zombie apocalypse started in Las Vegas and is now making its way through California and soon through northern U.S. As our guy before said, stay indoors. The most safe place is either indoors or in a vehicle. Do not go to any highly populated areas, for there will be zombies. So please stay inside. And now back to Zach at the desk. Thanks, Zach. Unfortunately, this will be our last news broadcast. Now you can get all your zombie survival gear at budcade.com. They have a variety of swords, knives, any kind of survival gear you need. Now again, I urge you to stay indoors. Thank you. Good night. Capital City News.
You know what really grinds my gears? People who have the default profile picture. It's like, get with the program. You know what also grinds my gears? People that have their profile picture as a car. It's like, what are you, a transformer or something? And that, ladies and gentlemen, is what grinds my gears. In other news, cats have evolved to the point where they've started talking. But with evolution also comes mutation. Isn't that something to be scared of? Thank you and good night from Channel 1000 News.
She called me the referee cause I be so official. She called me the referee, she called me the...
So today's report will be Carla's view on digital media arts. So what's your favorite project you've done so far, Carla?
It's really hard to decide, actually. I really like working with Photoshop. So any of those projects.
You plan on becoming a designer for digital media arts?
Maybe in my part-time.
Who's your favorite person in DMA? Me, right?
Yes.
Thanks for watching the Digital Media Arts with Carla.
I can blank it.
Oh, wow. Thank you, Karen. Interesting story, don't you agree, folks? Hate to be that guy. All right, let's see what we got here. Boring. Boring. I already heard that. Come on, guys, give me something good here. All right, here we go. This just in. The United States government has passed a new law that states the following. Any male, female, or animal under the age of 37 years old can no longer drive a motor vehicle past the speed limit of 53.79826 miles per hour. Studies have shown by the International School of Random Facts, ISRF, that any male or female or animal that has exceeded these speeds and are under that age are more likely to get in a car crash that is fatal and very, very traumatic.
Breaking news from our news studio. An actual UFO sighting has been confirmed after being reported by NASA themselves. And this is amazing news. It's caused excitement, shock, some waves of fear, but mostly a sense of joy throughout all of the country and the world as people wonder, were all the hoaxes true and are aliens real? Joining me today is Christine Jeffy from NASA. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Thank you for coming in. So,
Anytime.
where have these sightings been taking place so far?
So far, they've been taking place in Arizona. It's the main place.
And that's also where many hoaxes have been in the past.
Yeah.
It's ironic that the place of all the hoaxes is where actually we can have some confirmation. So how do we have confirmation on this?
Well, I mean, for example, for hoaxes, like people think it's Area 51 that could be, making, they have like these airplanes, crafts. It could just be militaries. They could just be, making crafts that make it look like it's a UFO.
Yeah, I think
People
a lot
go
of
and
hoaxes
go
have
out,
been
yeah,
military.
and they like shoot it and they say, "Oh, look, it's a UFO,"
But NASA has been able to confirm this one.
Yeah.
Do we actually have any video footage that we can show?
Yeah, we do have some video footage. Just one taken in January for this year, 2014, and a person just claimed about how they saw a UFO in the sky.
So we're cutting to the clip now, as you can see.
Yeah.
Wow, that's some amazing
And it'll
footage.
show, like what.
Coming to us straight from NASA. Wow, that's some amazing footage.
Yeah, it is. It's what it would be, It's.
Video in here, it's just a sense of shock and awe coming
Yeah.
from us. Definitely something where should people be afraid?
I don't think they should be, but I guess people could have to be afraid because it can be scary, you're not normally used to seeing an object up in the sky, you think.
Of course.
Because you'd definitely be scared, so I think you would.
I know this is something that generations have told stories about.
Yeah.
And it's pretty exciting that happens now, where we can really say it's in our lifetime.
Yeah, it is. What'd you expect?
So what can we await from NASA in the next coming weeks? Will there be any type of contact made? What type of contact would we be hoping to make?
It's likely there could be, crop circles.
Oh, yeah, okay. Explain, what do you mean?
Just, well, just if there was one in the area, if you did see one, it would just show in a communication that someone, that there's some paranormal or something out there that's trying to contact you guys on Earth, and something that, I don't know.
So perhaps these crops have been a means to communicate this whole
Yeah,
time.
like they've been it's the main thing that's been going on around.
And the reports we have from NASA
Yeah.
so far also claim that maybe possibly showing some of these crop circles can show reciprocation of this
Yeah.
communication, which could be an extremely exciting thing. I think this is breaking news for all of the world. We're going to have live coverage of this UFO sighting, what's taking place on the ground, and the efforts up in the sky. But joining me for the whole series will be Christine Jeffy of NASA. So thank you for joining us, and we have some more
Anytime.
footage coming up soon.
Yep.
Hey, thanks for having me.
No problem. Our pleasure. So I hear you passed some controversial work that's been censored by your school.
Yes, a lot of our work has been blocked. Apparently we're still in 3rd grade and we need to be shielded from the real world.
And what exactly were the reasons that your artwork got blocked?
Well, we had references to drugs, alcohol, and violence.
Isn't it true that you and your classmates are all juniors and seniors in high school?
Yes, we're all in that age. That's why we don't understand why we can't have or create this content, and yet everywhere in the world, on like music, TV, movies, it all has that content.
Now, did you use visual representations in your work, or?
No, we even got our work deleted for mentioning them, even having swears bleeped out like they do with TV.
Well, that's just ridiculous.
It is. And literally none of us agree with the reasoning behind the administration.
Well, why don't you try to change your view and protest or do anything to try to support yourselves?
Because they don't care what we think. They just want to shelter our lives, even though they are well aware that they aren't protecting us from anything.
Very strong words from Nathan. Well, that's all the time we have today. Remember to join us next week on the Jay Gresby Show.
Do you remember ever being told not to judge a book by its cover? I know I do. If you really think about it, practically every human decides on what to read or a game to play simply by two things: popularity of it and the looks. I want to talk a little bit about, well, a lot of things. A lot of people today will choose colors that go well together and will excite the mind's eye, making you kind of attracted to it. Like in grocery stores, they'll put the things that are popular with children on the bottom shelf so that it's closer to them, and while they're walking around with you, they can pick it up and pretty much guilt trip you into buying it. That's one way people will get you to buy things, is making your children want it. Or like with a new game, one game will be popular, so they'll make many of it. Or like in magazines, they'll make one pretty girl, one nice looking guy, and they'll make everyone think they all should be like that. Well, everyone's different, everything's different. Sometimes it's the products that aren't shown on TV or aren't shown at all that are the best and can actually be good for you. And that, in my opinion, is the better thing, is when people think differently. Thanks.
Thousands of it's big. 30 million.
Hello and welcome to the Daily News. My name is David Strom.
And I'm Alex Fourier.
We're here to bring you the information you want to hear. What's happening in your area?
Breaking news. A 450-pound gorilla has escaped from the local zoo.
Capable of lifting cars and easily destroying everything in its path.
Don't send your kids to school. Stay inside. You do not want to get mauled by this giant gorilla.
Yes, indeed. Keep all animals and family members inside.
Close your shades. Lock your windows. Stay in your basement. Fill your bathtubs with water. This is serious, people.
The gorilla will take you down. He's climbing in your windows. He's snatching you people up. Better hide your wife. Hide your kids. Hide your wife. He's raping everybody out here.
Goodbye, everybody.
This is Daily News, and we're signing off.
Breaking news coming to you live from the studio here in central Vermont. A tornado warning has been put in effect for all of Washington County.
I didn't even know we had those here.
I know, it's extremely crazy. Usually because of the mountain structure around us, it protects us from tornadoes. However, this time, this tornado is said to be reaching catastrophic levels.
Wow, that's pretty intense.
What have they done so far to help the town?
I know there's been an issue. There's a clip that should be like right down here showing like everything that's going on.
The destruction has been massive. Already we've gotten reports of the winds reaching levels above 150 miles per hour.
In related news, Internet Explorer is now the top-rated search engine in the world. It is fast, easy to use, and has everything you're possibly looking for. On air, I will use this computer to prove it to you. Okay, so while that loads, look at these graphs to my right. They are showing you Internet Explorer has a top rated. It is the fastest and most reliable search engine next to Google Chrome, Bing, and Safari. And most people in the world, like Steve Jobs or Bill Gates, use Internet Explorer. Even Michael Jordan, great basketball player, uses Internet Explorer. That in itself has proved that Internet Explorer is the best search engine in the world. Good night, everybody. I'm going to bed. It still hasn't loaded. Good night. In related news, Internet Explorer is now the top-rated search engine in the world. The burp came. I can't control.
That was a burp?
Yeah, it was.
Shit.
In related. I can't just. One more clap. In related news, Internet Explorer is now the top-rated search. This is awful. I just blank.
Fastest internet speed. Wow, that's hard.
We're cut.
The ghost from Christmas Past just came over here and just kicked the camera off the thingy up. Oh, great, fantastic. We're just gonna cut this together. I'm not. There's no way I can get someone.
No, I know that.
Say that you're fine.
I messed up before into the computer. I messed up. Oh, it's a light in the. Look, it's a light in the computer. Sorry.
You're doing fine until you decided to.
I hate this project. Thank you, Matt Benjamin, for making me do this.
So you're still recording.
I know.
Anyway.
Love you, Matt. I'm sorry.
Flowers have always been a beautiful and very meaningful part of life, but recently a flower that has been found in the parts of Greece and the city has been recently found to have a cure to the disease that we all know as cancer. Tonight on Net 97 News, we'll be talking about the devastating effects, but the also very amazing effects that this flower's seeds can have on the human body. Here on Net 97 News. So later in the year, NSSA groups, which I believe are the National Security Specimen Agency, have recently took a trip to Greece and have found this Evermind flower, which it was called, that apparently has the seeds to cure cancer due to the natural elements of it. Mysteriously, the flower was found in a field, and apparently the flower is the last of its own kind. The flower, apparently, in ancient Greek times, was put over Trojan warriors' graves to represent their battles in Rome, and their most deadly battles in Rome. Tonight on Net 97 News, we have Dr. Edwin Stutch from the NSSA mission teams, who is going to be talking about the devastating effects and very amazing effects of this beautiful flower.
Yes, thank you for having me, Mr. Boone.
Thank you very much. So, Dr. Stutch, tell me, what scientifically speaking, exactly, what does the flower? How's it able to cure cancer?
Well, when you look at the science behind it, really what we're finding is within this flower, which is only being found in certain places on the planet, there are select seeds that, when harvested properly and with the proper medical attention, actually have a sort of biological radiation. And this radiation, when applied in a certain way, has been able to cure cancer in ways that we've never seen before. It's been able to cure a variety of cancers. Look at it as sort of a natural chemotherapy.
Yeah, interesting. So, how exactly does the flower contribute to the research?
Well, we've been finding it, and we sent research teams throughout parts of Greece to find more of this evermine flower. And what we found is that when harvested properly by our teams and brought back to the lab, we've been able to extract parts of these seeds and apply this radiation. And it has to be done very carefully, and that's why we're starting to see some problems, because if handled improperly, we're seeing toxic levels of the seed. Even the tiniest seed at a microscopic level can cause toxic radiation that can be applied, and this is all natural, like we've never seen before.
Sorry to interrupt you, sir, but you're saying that a flower that can cure cancer also can cause deadly radiation sickness? I don't know.
Yes, you have to look at the facts here. This is a sort of chemotherapy. As you know, we've been doing lots of research in this field, but this sort of biological radiation can be extremely dangerous. These seeds, if in the wrong hands also, could be applied to levels of even the levels of atomic weaponry.
Wow. So wow, that's extreme, Dr. Edwin Smith. So tell me, exactly scientifically again speaking, or asking, how does, how bad is it for the human body? Like I know we all know probably some things about radiation, but exactly this flower, if it's not harvested right, how could it affect the body?
This is where research needs to come into play. I'm sure you've heard about the recent incident of our studies done in our Vermont laboratories. There's a NSSA person who's a family member, one of our top scientists, but a family member actually came into contact, and sons of this scientist, and they took it upon themselves to do their own research, not knowing what they had in their possession, and this actually turned deadly. And this is why we've now already decided this would be a controlled substance. It's something that the government is stepping in, and even though this thing can cure us, it's also something we found can be extremely harmful for all of humanity.
Oh wow, that's extreme. So we're gonna be taking a commercial break. Please tune in after the break for more information about the flower and more information about the tragic and very beautiful information and scientific elements of this flower. I'm here with Dr. Edwin Stutch, and I'm Nick Dune, here on the N97 News.